Hi, boys and girls. Today I want you to take out a very talented lizard. You're also going to need your box of crayons, a highlighter, and a pencil. So go ahead and pause the video while you get out your supplies. There are 2 copies of the very talented lizard. This is a shorter, easier to read passage. Then behind it, there's a passage that's a little more difficult. I'm going to read both of those to you. A very talented lizard. The basilisk lizard lives in South America. Basilisk lizards consume plants, insects, and birds for food. But they have to watch out. Other animals will eat them too. Basilisk lizards do tricks to stay safe. One trick is that they can run across water. They have skin between their toes called webbing. Their toes are stuck together like a flipper. Sometimes they can run across the water. This helps them stay alive. A basilisk lizard is a great swimmer. They can hold their breath for 30 minutes. This means they can hide underwater if needed, but they have to be careful. Big fish love to eat them. So you can go back and reread if you need to. And if you flip over, there's a little more advanced passage of this story, okay, of the very talented lizard. And I'm going to read that to you so you can follow along. A lizard called a basilisk lizard lives in the rainforests of South America. This is a great place for them to live because there is a lot of tasty food. Basilisk lizards consume plants, insects, snakes, and birds for food. But they have to watch out because other animals will eat them too. Basilisk lizards are very talented. This means that they can do things that help them stay safe and live longer. For example, they are good at climbing trees. They can climb trees to get away from other animals. Some animals want to eat them. Basilisk lizards have green skin so they can hide behind leaves. This helps them feel safe and secure from birds that want to gobble them up. Another neat trick of the basilisk lizards is that they can run across water. If a basilisk lizard is scared, it will stand up on its back legs and run. They can stay on top of the water because they move so fast and they have special feet. Also, they have skin between their toes called webbing. This webbing helps them stay floating on top of the water because their toes are stuck together like a flipper. Sometimes they can run up to 15 feet across the water. This helps them stay alive. A basilisk lizard is a great swimmer. It can also get away from danger by swimming underwater. These lizards can hold their breath for up to 30 minutes. This means they can stay underwater until the danger is gone. But they need to be careful because a fish may find them and eat them as a tasty treat. Pretty interesting about that lizard. When we turn over to the questions, number 1 says, write 3 questions where the answer could be found in the text. You get to be the teacher and you get to write your own question. Remember, questions might start with who, what, when, where, why, how. So I might go back in the passage and the first sentence says, the basilisk lizard lives in South America. So my question, one of my questions might be, where does a basilisk lizard live? Question mark. I'm not putting a period at the end. Where does a basilisk lizard live? I could go back with my highlighter and highlight right here. He lives in South America. So you're going to come up with 3 questions where the answer could be found in the text. Okay? You could ask, what is a trick that the lizard can do? The answer, run across water. Okay? Another question might be, what is the skin called between their toes? It is called webbing. Okay? Is a basilisk lizard a great swimmer? Question mark? Yes, it is. How long long can a basilisk lizard hold their breath? Answer, they can hold it for 30 minutes. So do you see how I did that? I used the passage to go back and ask questions. You get to be the teacher and come up with your own 3 questions. So I'm going to have you pause and do your 3 questions. Remember to end with a question mark. Okay, next. With your yellow, what does a basilisk lizard eat? Well, I'm going to go back to this first passage. I know that consume is another word that might mean eat. So it tells me here, basilisk lizards consume plants, insects, and birds for food. So I highlighted that with my yellow, but you could also use your yellow crayon for that. If you wanted to do that in the second passage, you could also highlight it there. With my blue crayon, where does the basilisk lizard live? That was one of the questions that I made for number 1. See if you can find that. See if you might want to find it in both passages. Again, you can pause the video while you find that with your blue crayon. The basilisk lizard lives in South America. And on the more difficult passage, it's more specific. It tells us that they live in the rainforests of South America. With your orange, how does the basilisk lizard walk on water? How? Okay, so I need to come back here. And you can just pick one passage if you want, or you could do both of them. You can pause the video again if I'm going too fast because it's a lot of information to look up. Because of the webbing on their toes. When you come to the second section, it gives us a little more details here that they can stand on water because they move so fast and have special feet, and the webbing again between their toes. The word webbing underlined. We know that's an important word. Number 5, why do basilisk lizards need special talents? Well, we want to have a complete sentence, cite the evidence, restate the question. So I'm going to restate the question. They need special talents because... So I restated the question. Here's the question. Why do they need special talents? They need special talents because I'm going to go back in the passage and find the answer. Why do they need special talents? And I'm going to find that. I'm going to use my pink highlighter. Just to break it up a little bit for you to stay safe. So I found that information in the passage. That's citing the evidence. That's what that means. I found that information in the passage. I made it a complete sentence and I ended it with a period. They need special talents because they need to stay safe, period. And again, go ahead and pause the video at any time. Turning over 6, write one word that describes the main idea of the text. One word. Now, we all might put something different for that. So I'm going to let you pick one word that sticks out in your mind as the main idea of the text. Number 7, write one sentence that tells the main idea of the text. Again, complete sentences, cite the evidence, restate the question. Well, restating the question is easy. The main idea of the text is. And then I'm going to go back in the passage. So I restated the question. What is the main idea? The main idea of the text is. I might want to go back and take a look at this. Okay? And I think it's about basilisk lizards. Doing tricks to stay safe, period. Because it kept telling me about them staying safe. I want to have a complete sentence, so I know I need to have it end with an ending mark, and that's going to be a period. Number 8. Find the underlined word consume in the text. Use the context clues to explain what this word means. Circle the words in the text that are a clue to the meaning of the word. Well, we talked about that a little bit before when I said consume would mean to what? To eat. So they're using it for food. So those are some words that I circled that I use to help me know what the word consume means. Number 9, find the underlined word webbing in the text. Use the context clues to explain what the word means. Circle the words in the text that are a clue to the meaning of the word. So I want to go back and find the word webbing and find words that are clues to that. This is what I chose to circle because it reminds me of the word webbing. What is happening there between their toes? You may have chosen something different. I apologize for my dog who's making noise while I'm reading this. And number 10, do you think the author wrote this text mostly to explain something, describe something, or answer a question? What is that author trying to explain, describe, or answer? You write your answer here of what your thoughts are. Okay? Great job on a very talented lizard.